And from the series Lethal Weapon, Clayne Crawford. Plus, performing his brand new hit Smoke Clears, Andy Grammer. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest.
Very much. All right, hi. Oh, yes. Eagles fans.
I know.
Eagles fans.
Can you believe the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl?
Got the fans here. Well, happy Monday, January 22nd, 2018.
Wow, January flying by.
It is going fast.
It is. It is, but I still don't know what to wear every day when I leave the house.
Well, because you were right, because it's 14 one day, then the next day 55 degrees.
It was, well, yes, but you joked because it was 6 and then 55
6 and
degrees.
55.
It was 6 degrees and then it became 55.
Look, it's 43. The gentleman in shorts
He's
right
in
there.
shorts.
There he is.
Look at him showing off.
Hello.
Going to the gym.
Hello,
Legs looking
sir.
good. You look great. Yes, you do. You look amazing. You got nothing to be ashamed of.
Look at those
Good for you.
calves.
Calves are developed.
Impressive. No.
I like that he blew us off like, nah, no comment.
It was more like, no, a little more. A little more. That's a true New Yorker right there, walking in 43 degrees in his shorts and totally blowing us off.
Of course. You know why? Because his legs are cold. That's why.
You know, even in the Teriyaki Time trailer didn't slow him down. Usually the scent of that trailer.
It is true. And you know what's so funny is, it's like, it could be like it is right now, 9 a.m. And I'm like, maybe it is a good time for teriyaki. Because teriyaki smells so seductive.
I came in.
They should make teriyaki perfume.
Well, I came in late last night from Los Angeles, and at 2, there's still a Euro guy whose trailer is cranking with onions and lamb.
Yeah.
And I often think, here he is at 2 o'clock. I just landed. I'm hungry. He's looking for a customer. We should meet.
Yeah.
We
Did you get one?
haven't met yet, but I'm thinking one of these trips we're going to meet late at night.
You definitely are, because it's so, I don't know what it is. Sidewalk meat is seductive.
It smells good.
It calls my name. It calls my name. And I gotta tell you, when I go to a restaurant, I'm not that hungry.
Yeah.
I walk by one of those carts and I'm like, maybe I do need a gyro.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
You just said it so much better than I did. I call it a hero. You said a gyro.
I don't know.
A gyro. A gyro. A gyro. Thank you, Mr. Gelb.
All right, a euro, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Gyro.
It's gyro.
Yeah.
Gyro.
We were out in Southern California, and everybody was complaining
Complaining?
about the cold.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me. How cold was it?
Only got up to 60 one of the days. So
The ladies of Los Angeles put on their mink coats and they were chilly.
you laugh, but
No, I'm not. I'm serious.
we were in a restaurant, and have you ever been in a restaurant and you're talking about eating and you're so excited that you order so much that even the server says to you,
That's a lot of food.
it's too much food.
Yeah.
For you. I said, it's not too much food, judging.
You forget I've dined with you.
Oh, yeah.
I've dined with him, and he's like, we all ordered our appetizers, our entrees, and our side dishes, and then he says, and we'll have one of the burgers for the table. I go,
It doesn't count if it's for the table.
I mean, a burger for the table.
Oh, well, we had a field day. We went to dinner at this restaurant. It was so good the next day. I said to Shayna, we should go back for lunch. So we did, to the same place. And for lunch, we had 24 oysters and 2 pizzas. Now, that's a combination that you're...
That's a crazy combo.
When God built you and your inners,
Yeah.
He
was
was
not
imagining that.
Yeah. Yeah. The oysters, like the oysters, and then you go home. You know.
Yeah. Well,
You
then
have
you
the
go.
oysters,
Right.
and then
Oh,
you
then
go
you go.
home.
Not me. I have
Not
the
you.
oysters.
He's like, and we'll have a pizza and a burger for the table.
I was so turned on. I wanted pizza and burgers and sweet potato fries. That's what happened.
I'm picturing your gut bacteria must be in a knife fight at all times, right? It's like, come on.
It's indexing
What do you
high.
got? Oh, you got shellfish and a pizza? Come on.
Come on, we can take that down.
Right?
But in the restaurant, people are all wearing their beanies still inside the restaurant in Los Angeles.
Oh,
at 60, they're freezing.
Well, we did this show out there one year. Do you remember? And it was right. We were there for New Year's Eve, and we had a New Year's Eve party in my hotel room. Do you remember? And the kids are little. I mean, I had babies. Like, I had a baby. Lola. I didn't even have the third one yet. That's how little they were. Lola was a baby. And we had a New Year's Eve party, and it was like 65 degrees. And we were running around like in bathing suits, essentially, because...
It was spring break to you.
It was spring break. And everybody in the hotel lobby was in full-length, heavy-duty fur coats. I mean, like, maybe a chinchilla, maybe I'm not sure, a leopard. I don't know what it was. There were like full-length furs. I mean, and with the matching hats. And I said, these people are so thin-skinned. They are so used to having such nice weather that they've gone soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I met people there that were like, we grew up in neighboring hometowns, and I go, and yet I'm in shorts and you're in a full-length fox coat. Like, you forgot New Jersey. You forgot winter.
It's true. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, and I lived in that warmth for many, many years. And you forget how to drive in rain. You forget how to endure temperatures below 52 degrees Fahrenheit. It happens to us.
52. I mean, I remember when not when you first got here, but I remember when October happened, and we were having like I would say an extended summer, you know, and in late October it went down to like, you know, I don't know, 62, 63, and you came in quilted sweatpants and Ugg boots.
I've been waiting to wear those for years.
And he goes, is this it? Is this when has it turned? I go, turned? Turned to what?
Winter, Halloween. So we see the Eagles fans here, and did you see the celebration in Philadelphia? People are going nuts in Philadelphia.
Well, my dad was there. My dad was there, and he sent me the craziest picture, because he sent me a picture of him. He had a horse head. I mean, I think it was him. He was wearing a horse head mask. I don't know what.
We would never know.
I don't know why, but he was there, and he was wearing a horse head.
Which team was he rooting for?
Well, he was rooting for the Eagles, but, you know, he is a lifelong Lions fan. He's a Detroit Lions fan, but he's a season ticket Eagles
Still
holder.
not sure why he's wearing a horse head.
I'm going to blame tailgating? Tailgating? I don't know.
But did you see the Crisco cops were putting the Crisco on the poles?
Yeah, so you
people
can't climb up.
climb the poles.
Oh, that doesn't stop somebody from Philly.
No. The true fans still made it to the top to ring the bell of that pole.
Of course. Have you ever like been to a celebration in Philly?
Like a celebration.
I mean, any kind of celebration at all.
Sports celebration in Philly? No, I have not.
It's a good time.
I can tell they're still grinning from ear to ear.
Like, people will pass booze to each other, complete strangers, and it's like an honor system. You assume, like, it's like, my booze is fine, your booze is fine, our booze is fine. Let's share booze. Right? It's the strangest thing ever. Like, stuff I would never ordinarily do in my real life in Philadelphia.
You just do.
I do, because I'm like, oh, it's Philly.
By the way, there's a theme. In New Orleans, you said the same thing. Philly. things I would never do in my home, I do in every other city I visit.
No, but I've been like at the, I used to ride, remember the Thanksgiving Day parade in Philadelphia? I used to do it every year. Like I would be there every year. And then one year I was like, why am I waking up at 2 a.m. on Thanksgiving to not put a turkey in the oven to stand outside in the cold?
Right.
So anyway, so I would ride on one of these floats in Philadelphia, and it's always, Thanksgiving Day is always so cold in Philadelphia. I don't know why. Anyway, people run up to the float and they're just like, here, it's a hot toddy. And I don't know what a hot toddy is.
It warms you
but
right up.
I would take it from complete strangers and drink it, and you realize quickly that you're like, is the toddy what's hot, or is this booze? Like, I thought a hot toddy was like some like hot cocoa that they called toddy.
No, it's the same booze that was passed earlier in the day. It's now warmed up.
That's what it is.
And congratulations to the Patriots, who are back into the Super Bowl action again. Tom Brady and the team with an amazing finish of that game.
What happened? Did we ever find out why he was wearing gloves? Because people were making a big deal about that.
Well, I can explain once I read an article about it later.
But you know there was a big deal about gloves, right? He was very, what was it? His hand was injured?
He said...
Oh, he had 14 stitches in his hand? Oh, and he didn't want people to know, because then they would zero in on the hand, right?
Well, they knew, and it was in the news.
Oh, it was in the news?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he's been through injuries before, but this one apparently was really an issue.
I just saw, like, I was making dinner, and I just saw, like, I saw a press conference, and they were like, why are you wearing gloves? He's like, because I like to wear gloves, or something. And I was like, nobody likes to wear gloves. People wear them out of necessity.
But he played brilliantly, and they came back from behind to win in the last few minutes. I didn't see the game, but I did see some of the highlights.
Is that true? Did they come back to...
They did. It was an amazing comeback.
Yeah. But it's so funny. There's two types of people I've realized in the world. There are people that are Patriots fans, and then there are people that are like, ugh, enough already.
Right.
Right? Some of them are here.
But it's incredible.
Again, I don't care. I just remember being in 4th grade, and the Philadelphia Eagles went to the Super Bowl, and we were not allowed to come to school unless we were wearing green, and I didn't have any clothes that were green, and my mom went to, she went to Strawbridge and Clothier and bought me a pair of Gloria Vanderbilt green velvet jeans that I'm not kidding, I wore, lady, I'm not kidding, I wore them until they were like short shorts. Like I was like, I am never, I had this swan. Because my parents didn't, my mom did not believe in like labels. She was like, that's vanity, it's not important, it's ridiculous. But then you weren't, I want you to understand, you weren't allowed to go to school unless you were wearing green. They were going to send you home. And it was public school, so you know they would. So my mom was like, we better go get you a green outfit. So I got a green turtleneck and green Gloria Vanderbilt velvet jeans.
Well, guess what? You can put those on because the Super Bowl is coming.
Yeah, and I'm still the same
can see you in the green. Yeah, we haven't grown since then. Yeah. Both of us.
I haven't grown. I wonder if my mom still has those, because I really have not grown since 4th grade. So I am like, I could still fit in them and like go to the Super Bowl. Right?
I think so. We should check with your mom to see if she's got those.
Yeah.
We would love to see you in those velvet short shorts, whatever they are now.
Mom, if you are watching this.
And we know you're not.
And we know you're not. But if for some reason you are watching this, can you try to find my green velvet Gloria Vanderbilt jeans? Okay, we got a big show today. Sharon Stone is here.
And from the series Lethal Weapon, Clayne Crawford is here too. Your history.
Yes. I've known Clayne Crawford since I was pregnant with Joaquin. That's how long I know Clayne Crawford.
That's a minute.
That's a minute and a half, yeah. And a performance by Andy Grammer.
All right, it's time for Snow Way Travel Trivia. Here we go. Joanna Settles from Mount Pleasant, Iowa.
Hi.
Good morning. With the sidekick dance. That was nice. There it is.
I missed it. I missed the whole dance because I was busy throwing those stupid balls. Do you let the audience keep the balls, or are you recycling the balls?
Some people steal them.
Do you collect them in the...
Prop guys collect them.
Put those in your pockets now.
Please don't steal the balls.
Steal the balls. It's America. Do whatever you want.
Oh, man. All right, let's call Heather from Lanesboro, Massachusetts right now to see if Heather's watching.
Oh, I like the sleeping caps. Did you see our sleeping caps? Where's yours go? No. Oh.
Oh, stay still.
Hello?
Hi, is Heather there?
Yes, this is Heather.
Hi, Heather. It's Ryan Seacrest and Kelly Ripa. You're on the air with us. Good morning.
That's crazy. Good morning.
It really is crazy. We're looking at you. It seems that you are at a goat yoga festival.
Yes, that's what I was doing.
How is it doing yoga with a goat?
It was, I'm freaking out. I was trying to be all fancy for a picture. But it was fun. I thought everyone would get their own goat, but it turns out the goats just do whatever they want. So it was interesting.
You mean the goats didn't have to do the yoga too?
No, but they were super cute, and it was fun. It was a great experience. But I'll definitely not be doing all those other crazy yoga that you guys talk about on the show.
Oh yeah, naked yoga?
Yeah, ours are
You've done
Never,
naked?
ever, never, ever.
Never ever, right? I mean,
Never,
can you imagine doing, I mean, with all due, downward dog and you're naked?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Huh?
I don't even want to imagine that.
Right. No, that's where you have to be in the front of the class, Gelman. I don't want to be behind anybody in naked.
Let them suffer.
You know what I mean? Naked downward dog. I don't want to see anybody's sun salutation. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm with you, Kelly. I'm with you.
well, Heather,
Or the dreaded lotus flower.
you see, you've taken her down this path, Heather. Now there's no stopping her.
I'm just saying all the yoga words I know.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Okay,
right,
we're going to spin the wheel.
wheel.
So you're playing for.
What have we, Kelly?
It's the St. James's Club in Morgan Bay, St. Lucia. 7 days and 6 nights in a 1-bedroom ocean view suite. All the goat yoga you can handle. All inclusive. It's a prize valued at $8,300. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
Heather, you ready?
I am.
Okay. On Friday's show, we talked with Dakota Fanning. What did Dakota say her friend gave her as a birthday present?
Was it the pigeon?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the pigeon.
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the St. James's Club, Morgan Bay. The St. James's Club, Morgan Bay is set amid 25 acres of colorful hillside gardens on the northern coast of St. Lucia. This all-inclusive beachfront resort offers stunning ocean and garden views, nightly entertainment, 4 restaurants, and a host of land and water activities, including 4 freshwater pools, tennis, sailing, kayaking, and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,300.
That looks so good. So
That
good.
looks like fun.
Yeah, so good.
Listen, Heather, now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 gift card from World Market. So please pick a number between 1 and 211.
I will pick 22 for today's date.
Congratulations. Heather, thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
Sharon Stone, right after this.
Still ahead on Live, a performance by Andy Grammer. From Lethal Weapon, Clayne Crawford. And coming up next, Sharon Stone.
You were at the Golden Globes.
Yes.
And you had a very special date with you.
The most handsome
I
date.
did
so
have a
great.
very handsome date of my son, Rowan.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
He got 100% in his physics course this semester.
100%?
Major.
100% in
Yeah.
physics.
It's impossible.
That's what I thought. So I'm like, I think you should
no,
come with
but
me
you're
to
a
the
smarty
Globes.
smarts. I mean, you have like a, you know, you've got that big brain. You're like,
Yeah, but physics, that's a big one. So
I'm
I
not
was
even
like,
sure if
come
that's
on.
like physics. I'm like, is that a science or a language? Not even sure.
A little bit of both.
It's impressive.
What does he want to do?
Impressive. I'm not sure. You know, he's always vacillating between these things he wants to do right now. You know.
Is he? Are you looking at colleges, or have you not
We're
started
just
that?
in that beginning phase of looking at schools, and he's sort of the mind right now that he wants to stay home
Yeah.
and go to school somewhere nearby.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a big deal. My son did that, and it's a big deal. Like he lives on campus, but he is still in our hometown, and that makes me feel good.
Really good,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Really
just
good.
Peace of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And as a mom, it just, yeah,
I did something right.
yes.
But I guess 10 years from now, we could look at each other and go, what did we do wrong?
Yeah.
They're still here.
They're still here. I don't know. I think it's something right.
Yeah.
I think it's something really dear.
And you recently, you went on vacation with the fam?
Yes, we went to Switzerland for Christmas, which was
Never done that.
Oh, come on! I come from Pennsylvania, from
right.
like the Amish
Yeah.
country.
It
we didn't
sounds
go anywhere.
amazing. That
So,
sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
Where is this?
we went out to Hank's Dairy Queen for an ice cream cone.
Right.
You know, snow. So we went there, and it was so clean, and so pure, and so beautiful. And they skied the whole time, and it was heaven.
It's so nice to be able to give them that opportunity, right?
Oh, I just, you know, I really can't quite believe it. And it's like, since they ended up with me and I have this possibility to give them things, I want them to have all those things that
Yeah.
you imagine you could give your kids that, you know, were just
Christmas in Switzerland.
unfathomable.
Yeah, right.
You know, tennis lessons and ski lessons and things that, you know, when I grew up were just
Unheard of.
unheard of,
Yeah.
completely
You
unheard
know,
of.
I mentioned Basic Instinct when you came out. Is it, I mean, it's one of the most amazing films of all time, but is it true that you had nightmares when you were filming?
Well, you know, when you're playing a sociopathic serial killer.
You didn't sleep well?
I mean, allegedly.
Do we know?
Alleged serial killer. But it's a lot to face.
Yeah.
Because I never really looked into the depths of this dark place. And I think when you're doing it, it's a little bit daunting. You know, at the end of it, I was like, that's it? That's it? That's all you got?
And you know what's so funny? We were on vacation in Colorado for the winter break, and I have a handful of films that I've DVR'd out there that are the films that we watch when we go on vacation.
Right.
And Casino, which you are so brilliant in, is the top of the list of, and we watch it almost
Marty
every night.
Scorsese,
So
come on.
great.
What a great director.
So great.
Every Scorsese film is a keeper.
Yeah, but
I
you're
mean, he's such
a
a
genius in that film. You really are.
Well, I don't think you get a lot of opportunities to go work with a guy like that. And you know, my goal, I had this amazing acting teacher who's passed away now named Roy London. And when I started working with him, I went for every time I had an audition for the toothpaste commercial, I went to him. And one day he said to me, what's your real goal? I said, I want to be able to sit across from Robert De Niro and hold my own. And he's like, that's your goal. I'm like, that's my secret goal. And the fact that I got, not in his lifetime, unfortunately, but the fact that I got to do that was everything to me.
Right.
And the fact that I got to even audition and to do that was such a big deal to me. And then when I got the part, you know, I really hounded them to death to really let me go for it. And so I put my all into it because it really was my dream.
It's amazing you envisioned it and it became reality. It's very
I think
powerful.
ultimately, thank you. I think that's really what I've learned a lot in my life, is that that's how you have to do it. I mean, you guys have made so many things come true for yourselves, and I think you must feel the same way.
Well, we're going to make a second segment come to life with you next. Right after this. Stay with us. Sharon Stone is here. We'll be right back.
That's Sharon Stone in the scene from Mosaic. Tell us about your character, Olivia Lake.
Olivia Lake is a children's book author who had this kind of vision, wrote this children's book. It became very, very successful. She then bought this huge property in Utah. We shot in Park City. Steven Soderbergh had this great idea to do this, make technology and film come together.
And you can pick the different points of view.
Yes, it's like a family tree. So you watch the first episode, which sets you up, and then it'll come down to 2, and then it'll come over, and you can sort of line up how you want to see it, your perspective. So you sort of guide, you drive your own story. So if you watch it on HBO, you watch it as a single narrative for 5 nights in a row. But if you want to go out and watch it on your app, then you can see it from your own kind of perspective, and you can guide your own narrative.
Sharon, I'm not
kidding. Which is just amazing.
Years ago, we were talking about this on this show. Like, we were reading a newspaper articles like we do, and they were talking about one day viewers are going to be able to pick what storylines they want to follow, and they're going to be able to. And it sounds like that day is here.
It's here.
Mosaic.
And it's with Steven Soderbergh, the genius.
So talented.
Right.
Genius. You know, all the Ocean's movies, all the way back to Sex, Lies, and Videotape. I mean, this guy is so brilliant and so wonderful to work for. And with 30 pages a day we shot, the script was 500 pages long because of this thing that we had to do from everybody's perspective, all these different takes. But it was really great. The scene that you just saw was with Garrett Hedlund.
Yeah.
Really just amazing. And Frederick Weller was also my counterpoint in this, and Paul Rubens played my best friend.
I adore him so much.
He's such a lovely man,
yeah, he's
and
a great
such
person.
an elegant human being, comes from such a great, interesting family. We really became such great friends, and we had so much fun making this show. It's just,
I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Can't wait to watch all points of view.
I have to warn you,
Very excited.
you will lose days of your life watching it.
That's okay. We're used to it.
The season premiere of Mosaic tonight, 8 p.m. on HBO.
Sharon Stone, everybody. Coming up next, Clayne Crawford is here. Stick around.
I like your style. Cool.
I mean,
Look at that.
Clayne, you look chic.
I put on whatever they lay out for me. So.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So you have like a person that puts your looks together?
No, this is not true. A friend of mine who I met when I was working on Rectify, really good friends with Ray McKinnon. He's a designer out of Arkansas. His name's Jamie Davison, and he makes all my suits for me. So I took a little piece from all of them and kind of put this on.
It's great.
Today, yeah.
By the way, Rectify was such a great show. You're terrific in it.
Thank
really
you.
great.
Thank you.
So you guys have history. Tell us about how far back you go and how you know each other.
I mean, I think I did a film with Mark in 2002.
Yeah, I was pregnant with Joaquin. Yeah, 2002. Oh, there it is. That's the Great Raid, and that was in Australia.
Yeah, we were in Australia for like 4 or 5 months, and yeah, Mark and I met, and then you came out, and I think you were coming out to tell him that you were pregnant, correct? Is that the first time we met?
No, I came out. He knew I was pregnant, but I remember you guys had just gotten back from boot camp, and you were gone. Because I found out the day you left that I was pregnant, but I couldn't reach. They said you can't reach any of them unless somebody has died. And I was like, okay, I guess it'll keep. So then when I got back, there was a phone call. You guys came back. You were somewhere in Australia, and you came back, and we had a phone call. And I said, guess what? we're expecting again, and he like yelled out in the bar.
Yes,
You were in a
yes,
bar.
yes, yes. We were in a bar.
You were in a bar.
With the time difference, right? Because we would get phone calls from our family like 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, because of the crazy time. And I could never get my grandmother on the right time change either.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great experience, and we hung out, and then we've just been buddies ever since.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And I remember when we were there, we went to see you you had just done the movie Swim Fan.
Oh, that's right.
And we went to the premiere of Swim Fan in Australia. It was really fun. That was an exciting time.
Now, they tell me that you live on a farm in Alabama?
I do. Well, look, you know, I'd moved to L.A. I was kind of in L.A. back and forth. I moved away after I graduated high school in '96. But when I started having children, L.A. didn't seem like the place to kind of raise them. So I went back to the small little town that I grew up in and bought a farm.
Is your town here?
Just small town, right? Or
the rest of
America.
We can get fired up. I mean, but you've been dancing this whole show, so. Yes, I went back and because my family are all in a 2-mile radius from my farm, so just to allow my children to go to grandma's and have PB&J, you know, and
So
it not
nice.
just be centered around like a holiday or something.
How many kids do you have now?
I have 3.
Oh my gosh, that was fast.
Well, yeah. Well, I married in. My wife had a 4-year-old when I met her, and I adopted her a few years later, and then we had 2 of our own.
That's so good.
Being in Alabama, are you Roll Tide or War Eagle?
I'm a Roll Tide fan.
Roll Tide
I like to err on the side of, you know, success.
When we return, Clayne tells us about why he almost turned down this role in Lethal Weapon right after the break.
That's to see from Lethal Weapon starring Clayne Crawford. Of course, you play opposite Damon Wayans.
Yes.
You're such a good couple, the 2 of you.
Well, yeah. Yes, we are. You know, here's the thing about it, because everyone's always saying, how is it possible that you guys, you know, the chemistry, and it's so beautiful. I think you get lucky a lot of times with chemistry, you know, but with Dee and I grew up within living color.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, that's where I learned my comedy. So my first impressions were Men on Film, you know, or Handyman, and so for me, I guess Damon gave me my funny barometer. So when we kind of met, we made each other laugh, and I knew after that moment, that first time we had breakfast together, I was like, okay, this might work.
But initially, when they were talking to you about doing it, you weren't as into it. Is that right?
Well, I mean, Mel Gibson, you know?
Yeah. How do you do it again? Right.
I thought this was the worst idea ever.
But I feel like they shoot it like a film. Like every week, it looks like a movie.
Well, and we're very grateful for that. But going into it, you're afraid that it's going to be a piece of garbage, right? You're like, how can we take this, which was essentially lightning in a bottle?
That never
you know?
occurs to us.
No. we just say yes.
We just assume everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, I just wasn't sure how this would go. So yeah, I wasn't excited about it. But when I read the material, I realized that these guys were taking this great story and kind of just playing on it and not trying to remake it, essentially. And
I'm glad you took the role. For one, am glad you took it. I like seeing you. I like seeing you in Lethal Weapon, which airs Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on Fox, so make sure you check out Clayne Crawford.
Andy Grammer performing next. We'll be right back.
Oh,
These
boy,
are good.
Ryan, we have
I know.
some more hysterical entries to share with you for our Lives Check Me Out video contest. Oh, so many cat puns.
But you know, Kelly, we partnered with Cat's Pride for this amusing contest.
Oh, it writes itself, Ryan.
Just as a reminder, these are entries, not necessarily the finalists.
Yes, from Meg Pizzano in Parlin, New Jersey. This is Mortimer the Bird Hunter.
Okay.
It's riveting stuff.
You have to wait for it.
They must use Windex.
In Bend, Oregon, Deanna Craddock has 2 escape artists on her hands. Take a look.
Cats. Oh, those cats.
Hey, to enter, You can go to Live's, check out Meowed video contest, and go to Meowed video contest at KellyandRyan.com, or visit Live's Facebook page to enter your cats.
And on tomorrow's show, David Duchovny will be here.
And Beth from This Is Us, Susan Kalichi, Watson here too. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, everybody.